Hello, ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here with Let's Play Shining Force 2, Part 61. 61, So, we've beaten Zeon, and King Golem's left, and he's dying. And he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't remember anything. I mean, just like Lemon, he was possessed. So, very tragic end for the King of Golem. And he asks to see Ellis, and it's a trap! It's not who we think it is. It's Zeon. He played us. He played us bad. Which makes sense, because if we remember the fight with Golem, he said, he referred to us as we, and that I have never been defeated, and that sort of thing, so, yeah. And Astral remembered that we can't kill him, we can only weaken him with the sword. You know, that information would have been useful 5 minutes ago. And he orders us to come forward, and we really have no choice. Bowie nods hopelessly. Yeah, it's kind of a hopeless situation at this point. Like, yeah, take the jewel that we can't remove from it. It's like, do it now! And it doesn't work. And Peter somehow manages to remove the jewel. And he trusts Peter to do it because, you know, Peter doesn't have the sword, so... And Golem grabs his jewel and starts regaining his power. And, you know, by all intents and purposes, we are pretty much boned here. Matula, Volcanon, they're not getting involved. So, we're pretty much screwed, right? And to make matters even worse, Princess Ellis gets enveloped in a black cloud, and he summons fire, which actually hurts Lemon, because it's special fire that burns even vampires. And he blasts Peter, and Bowie, like Rick James, slaps the jewel out of his hand. And Bowie gets knocked back as well. Bowie's stunned. Don't you just hate the stun status effect? It just pisses you off, doesn't it? And you can't see it on here because of just how the layers of this thing work and the recording. But see there's little sparkles over there where the gem is. And speaking of sparkles, our gem extinguishes the fire so that Lemon can attack him. It's taking a lot out of him because, you know, he still feels pain. But, and one more time, the jewel protects him. So the Jewel of Light is protecting Lemon. Why it didn't protect Bowie from getting smacked in the head, beyond me. And Golem tries it again, but at this point, like, he can't even conjure the fire. He hasn't regained his powers, and he doesn't have the jewel anymore. It's off on the floor. So, he's kind of extinguished his powers until he gets the jewel back, which he's weak enough for Lemon to grab him and drag him into the abyss. So, in a final act of selflessness, Lemon defeats Zeon. But it is, as Astral says, it's a tragic ending, but it's what Lemon wanted. He wanted to atone for his sins, and he did that by defeating Zeon and locking Zeon away. And Bowie knows. He was there! He saw it! He knows what's going on! Why is this so difficult for Peter to grasp? But now we're worried about Princess Ellis. And Peter shakes her like a nanny possessed. I don't know, check to see if she has a pulse. Oh, that's right, they don't have that level of medical science yet, do they? But they can tell she's still breathing, so... And Matula finally shows up. About 10 minutes late to the party. Like, her and Volcanon would have been nice to have shown up, you know, a few minutes ago while we were fighting Zeon and winning. Come on, Peter. I really don't think that's how a goddess would respond. Come on? Really? But she tells us that Volcanon helped us many times. Yeah, we do doubt you. Okay, so the one time that the Jewel of Light did anything to protect us. Protected Limit. And Zeon coming to Paramecia really wasn't that big of a threat, considering he was still... He hadn't actually come through the portal yet. He was only astrally projecting. If a god is scared of an astral projection, you're not a very effective god. Just... You're kind of weak. But we learned that Volcanon created the Jewel of Light, which kind of makes the storytellers and Tristan make a little less sense, because they said the God of Wisdom. That means Volcanon's the God of Wisdom, and it just doesn't... Seems kind of weird for a bird god. Volcanon seems more of, you know, an offensive god to me. But anyway, enough with my ranting about various pantheons. And we learned that Princess Alice has been poisoned, which is what put her into a coma. So, eventually she'll get better. So, we just have to wait for it to wear off, and then she'll be better. But she'll also need... It's a... just convenient plot point of, she'll need a kiss from her true love. It's like, really plot that you're gonna... That's the plot you're gonna throw at us? And Bowie picks up and carries Princess Alice and Special Sprite. And the oh my god music, we gotta get out of here again. So we leave. And 2 years have passed since we defeated Zeon and he was resealed. And we're back home. And we can check and everyone's still here, like everything's... But somehow we rebuilt the town to look exactly the same in Ark Valley that was supposed to be destroyed. I'm not sure how that happens. Like, something about this just doesn't add up. Like, why aren't we in New Grand Seal? And how did we build everything to look exactly the same? And if you try to leave, you'll get to see this. Wait, Sir Astral told me not to let you go out today. You have to be here. And if you try to walk around, he's going to say that, so... And every time you move, he's going to say that just to stop you. And we can wander around, and we can finally get that treasure chest. But, haha, dick move, game. Not that we really need anything at the end. We've beaten the game. Nothing left here. Like, you can wander around and talk to everybody. I, for the most part, ignore everybody. And there's a centaur blocking the way to the boat. That's actually the princess from Pakalon, I believe. And if you go to the school, everyone's there. At least your starting force. These are the people who've been with you from the beginning. And everyone has something to be, and everyone's like, Sarah's apprehensive. Jaha is madly in love with the princess. Kaizen's kind of indifferent. He's just kind of, yeah, I'm here. And are you ready to go to the castle? Yes! And we walk in the stupidest formation ever getting there. I mean, look at it. We're all kind of off-center. Here, we're a little bit more centered. That makes sense. And here waiting for us, there's several other members of the Force. Not everyone, but a few of them. And Sir Astral explains to everyone what's going on, even though we already know what's going on. And something weird happens with Peter's sprite there. He starts fusing with Chaz. And Chaz down at the bottom, we still see Chaz, but I guess that's just a glitch in this version of the game. I don't remember that happening. And now we've got to choose who's going to kiss Ellis. Who is going to be her one true love? Because, destiny doesn't decide, or, free will doesn't decide that, or destiny. It's apparently a committee. A committee headed up by Peter, who believes it should be Bowie. And Astral goes down the lines, asking, does anyone disagree? Anyone disagree? And finally, we have someone who disagrees. It's Jaha. I'm in love with her, let me kiss her! And Peter's like, yeah, I don't think it's you, man. And Slade playing the race card. And May reiterating the fact that Bowie's a human, like we didn't know this. And, just everyone kind of jumps on the Bowie bandwagon here. And then we ask Sarah. And she's flustered, and yeah. Bowie will make her happy. And then she runs off. Does she love Bowie? Yes, she does. Welcome to Cluesville. And Kazan runs after her and she needs someone like me. And I think that's Kazan playing the race card because they're both elves. And Zink getting a great one-liner. It's like, you were young once? And Luke steps forward to actually get us back on track. And this was Astral's plan all along because he's a conniving bastard. He is. But he also admits he didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. He wasn't entirely sure that was going to be what happened, but... And now that we get control of the character again, we can talk to everyone. You were really cool 2 years ago. And for some reason, Chaz has the girl's sound effect for talking. It's a little creepy. The one person I don't go and talk to, I don't think, is Zink. I think I missed that. Yes, May, thank you for reminding us of that. And Sheila calls us out on blushing. Yeah, we don't go talk to Zink. I should have talked to Zink. And we go upstairs to the king's room, and then upstairs to the princess's room. And the minister tells us that he respects us for shouldering the burden, and he'll be happy if we rule the kingdom. And you can check the princess, and it shows sleeping, and you can manually check. Bowie investigated, Princess Alice is sleeping quietly. You have to walk to the other side of her, and they make no mention of that. So you're sitting here going, what do I do? What button do I have to press? And then you walk to the other side, and it prompts you, Princess Alice is asleep. And you lean in, and you kiss her. And one of the few actual artwork pieces of the game shows Bowie kissing the princess, and her hair is huge, and Bowie's outfit's a little weird. It looks like he's wearing green spandex and a tunic. And I'm trying to not talk about Princess Alice's cleavage, but we'll just leave on that. And then we get to the credits. And this is where I'm going to talk about the game. I love this game. This game was my first real RPG, the first one that or the first real video game RPG that I ever played, that I owned, that was mine, and therefore it has a very special place in my heart. And all of the characters are just really, they're all interesting, well designed, and as you can see, you get everyone's portraits. And this is actually how you can know if you got all the characters. If you got everyone's If you got all the characters, all their portraits show up, and if you didn't get them, their portrait shows up, and you're like, wait, who the hell is that? And then you gotta go find them. But I love this game. This project frustrated the hell out of me, but that was due to technical issues, not anything the game did. This game is fantastic. I really recommend that if you're a tactical role-playing fan, pick this game up. It's available all over the place. It's on Steam. It's on various Sega collections for various systems, most notably Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection for the PS3 and the 360. It's also available on the Wii as a part of the Virtual Console. Please do yourself a favor and play this game for yourself. There's so many different ways to play this. You saw how I played it, but watch anyone else's LP of it. It's going to be completely different, and that's just how the nature of how this game works. It's fantastic. Fantastic characters, fantastic music, a great story. I can't say enough good things about this game. Please go out and play it yourself. It's a great piece of gaming history. So, and that's it for the credits. Created by Sonic Company Limited, copyright 1994 Sega. And it goes back to the castle, and everyone's waiting for Bowie, who comes down, followed behind him, as everyone's waiting to see if it worked, Princess Ellis. So Bowie was her one true love, even though they only met once and didn't see each other for a year while she was locked away in a dark dimension. But Bowie came to rescue her, so that counts for something. And everyone's happy. The king, Astral, the minister. The minister summons some other members of the Force, some random members of the Force. The people who travel with us more extensively. And then we go back to the witch, who we fulfilled her wish. And thanks to us, she can escape the forest. And this makes no sense, because it turns out that the witch was Matula, and she has the jewels. Why she was turned into a witch, how Bowie beating Zeon let her get free from, like, this, none of that makes any or all sense. It really doesn't. So, that's the one thing that doesn't make any sense for the Shining series. All the other ones are storytellers, which makes a little more sense. This one, not so much so. But yes, this has been MarauderEX playing Shining Force 2. I hope you've enjoyed this LP. I know I've enjoyed doing it. I will see you all in the next bit, which is the secret part. Till then, later everyone.